rise again, stand up and fight. To be proud in a union, it is your birthright. For us united we stand, or divided we fall. And us on your hands and knees to the tyrants you crawl. For us too far we've come and I'm not going back. I'll not put my name to your staking contract. For the blood money
what we're dealing with, a Christopher Skase type operation.
as you profit on the land of the wick that you stole.
Well, this is John Howard's Strait. This is what we've come to.
Could see security guards coming across the wharf with dogs and carrying a lot of bags and a lot of gear, so panic set in. I took off screaming, running into the mess room to some of the guys who were already there. They're here, it's on. Someone yelled out, get to the straddles, get to the straddles. They're going to try and throw us here, we're going to get them, we're going to fix them. Guys were screaming on the radio, they're over here, under crane 3, they're under crane 4. It was just kill or be killed, I think, and we wouldn't be taken alive.
There was, they were all dressed in black. There must have been maybe 100 of them, 150. They were jumping on forklifts, just taking the keys out of forklifts. And then they were basically telling us that we were trespassing and that we had to leave immediately. They wouldn't tell us what for. They were just hired thugs, really.
The biggest blokes you've ever seen in your life. And I don't know whether they were, but they certainly looked at the time. They were clad up in the black with the balaclavas, and there's dogs and dogs holding dogs and more dogs, and yeah, all looking very official.
You know, I'd been in the job only a short time, 12 months, just recently married, just bought a house. I thought, what am I going to do? You know, my whole world had just come crashing down in a matter of 10 minutes.
In a dramatic move overnight, Patrick Stevedore has sacked its entire union workforce. With military precision, new workers, escorted by security guards with dogs, took over a number of the company's 17 wharf sites around Australia.
We were devastated to the fact that, you know, we had people that we looked up to and we trusted, and all of a sudden the trust was gone, and, you know, our hearts were in the gutter.
We'll get you one day, you scabby little.
I've been 18 years on the waterfront here, and we get told now that I'm trespassing on the job where I have, and I pull the ring out to work for this company, and they do this to you. That's the sort of mob they are.
Well, if I'm trespassing, I've been trespassing 30 years.
The docks around the country, wharfies were locked out. Their non-union replacements had moved in. Although not yet up to speed, the new generation of wharfies are already on the go in Fremantle. On the east coast, they'll be operational tonight.
One of the most awful feelings was actually seeing someone else up there driving your machine, earning a living, and doing it for scab wages. I mean, it's an awful word, but that's exactly what it was. And
we needed to be able to maintain the picket lines everywhere. If one picket line broke down, it was an input for Patrick's to be able to break the union.
The latest battle line, Coode Railway Gates. A violent clash as police try unsuccessfully to gain control of a fourth entrance to East Swanston Dock.
Sparks flew also in Sydney. Patrick officials cut their way through union locks on the dock gates, letting the new workforce in. The protesters fought back, refusing to accept court orders to let the trucks through. And in Brisbane, 20 sacked wharfies chained themselves to train tracks, keeping containers of perishable goods off the docks.
An Adelaide freight train was turned away, the union claiming an early victory.
Just before dawn, West Australian riot police moved in, determined to break the human chain and force the sacked workers off the docks.
You can feel the tension running through your arms where people locked in. You can feel them sort of not shake, just the vibration, the quivering. And just think, well, these weren't people that were out for confrontation. These weren't people that are looking for trouble. These are just people that, little old grannies and blokes in suits and ties, and it was an amazing cross section of people that basically, okay, I don't want to be here, but someone needs to make the stand, and they were scared and all the rest of it. They didn't know what was going to happen. It was probably the first time they'd ever had a confrontation like this with an authority figure. Yeah, ballsy as, big effort.
Well, this is John Howard's Strait. This is what we've come to.
They're singing "We Shall Not Be Moved" at the moment. There's been all sorts of rumours of police horses down in Footscray Road. They're unsure of where the police will be coming through.
Until about 7:15, when the CFMEU, the building industry unions, had made a decision to walk off the job and come down and support the peaceful assembly. And in fact, they came in behind the police. It ended up with the building unions behind the police in the middle, and the peaceful assembly jamming the police in, if you like. And the police turned around and went back.
And mothers, sisters, brothers held the line.
When you try to crush people's rights, when you try to destroy their lives for an ideology or a political view, what you do is make them much stronger. It revitalised the Maritime Union. It revitalised the Australian Trade Union movement. It revitalised the International Trade Union movement, dock workers section in particular. The ILWU, great West Coast Longshoremen's Union, who sent that ship back, scab-loaded ship.
This ship was loaded with scab labour. It should turn around and go back to Australia.
The world labour movement was crying out for an opportunity to show its support. And so when the opportunity arose, because of the strength of the International Transport Workers Federation, and I have to say the unique position of this union, whereas we had Charlie Fitzgibbon, Taz Bull, myself and now Paddy Crumlin, all in very senior executive positions of that union, the confidence and the support of the Australian unionists for other countries was they were dying to make a contribution back. And I think the government of the day would rue the day that they challenged us to see if we could get support from the UK or from the North Americans or from the Indians. And of course we got support from all three.
Decided that the decision of Justice North was free from appellable error.
That month was probably the most extraordinary of my practicing life. On the day we got judgment in the High Court, there was a big burly guy there on the cleaning staff, I think, and he rushed up to us and said, "Thanks guys, we all feel a bit safer." And really, I think it's what it was about. Because if a government and a big company could destroy the MUA, then no workers in Australia were going to be safe at all.
That day, the tears, it's 10 years ago, you know. The tears that came from the guys when the High Court made that decision was unbelievable.
Don't count me out when I'm on the floor. We'll win again. We've won before. The streets will ring with a mighty roar. 'Cause you can't break me. Stocks rise up on workers' backs. Profits soar while you hand out the sack. Boardroom bullies bloated and fat, but you can't break me.
Honestly, I've never felt jubilation like it. I've never felt so good as a collective group of us, and to have fought as hard as we did, not just as wharfies and seafarers and just for Patrick's, but just the whole of Australia getting behind us. I think most people in Australia would have felt just as happy as what we did.
Today's a great day for the union movement. A great day. I think today signals the end of Peter Reid's career.
The time has come for the Industrial Relations Minister to ride into the sunset.
I swear I'll never lay down and die. I'm in the union, mate, got a right to belong.
We want to get back in the gate as soon as we possibly can and get the joint working.
I still remember the night. I tried to walk back in. I wasn't even Rossa that night. I just wanted to get back in. They turned me around, sent me back out again.
The Workers United will never be defeated. We sung that. We never stopped singing that actually for the whole 2 months, but it never felt better singing it as we walked past those bosses, and you know, basically back into work where we belong.
Thanks, John. Thanks very much.
I just remember standing behind the fence, and I couldn't see the men that were in, but I could hear them shouting MUA here to stay, and that was a really, really great experience.
MUA, here to stay. MUA, here to stay. And that went on until they got to the lunchroom. And that was a heart-wrenching feeling to know we'd won.
MUA, here to stay! MUA, here to stay! MUA, here to stay!
When the union's inspiration through the one dispatch and run, there can be no power greater anywhere beneath the sun. Yet what force on earth is weaker than the feeble strength of one? But the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. They have taken untold millions that they never toiled to earn. But without our brain and muscle, not a single wheel would turn. We can break their haughty power and our freedom when we learn that the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever.
Whatever they do, they won't take the gloss away from the main win today and all of the decisions that we got today in respect to
thousandfold, we can bring to birth a new world from the ashes of the old, for the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong.
Oh, work safe for wankers. Oh, work safe for wankers.
They don't put that on there.
They don't like us. We don't care. Work safe.
There's a flag there, it's our rules.
Yeah, we're here today out the front of WorkSafe WA because they're not doing a good enough job. Workers are dying, companies aren't being held accountable, and it needs to change because our lives are worth more than any profit.
Bullshit! Come off it! Our lives are not for profit! WorkSafe, come out! We know what you're all about! Deaths! The bosses! Stop these human losses!
Get out here and wash the blood off your hands.
And what we're saying, and we're saying it quite clearly to the Labour government as well, we don't give a fuck what government is in here. If we have to break the law to make sure one person comes home safe, then we're gonna fucking do that.
Preserving life is our #1 job. And you know what? We get fined millions of dollars every year for doing it. We're doing the job that these fuckers ought to be doing, right? They've got an obligation. I mean, how do they sleep at night knowing that if they've done their jobs, some of them people will be coming home alive? How do they sleep at night? These mob are going to start doing their job. And you know what? I'd be throwing red paint at them. Every time you see these inspectors, throw red paint because they've got blood.
When workers are under attack, what do we do?
We're union, we're loud, we're angry and we're proud.
In New Zealand to the end of March. It's the first 3 months we've had 3 deaths since January, just this year, 2017.
We want WorkSafe inspectors sent to jail, is that correct?
Yeah. Christy and Mick have gone up there, right, and we're whacking some demands on them. So what we want the number of inspectors double, right, and we want it fucking now. Yeah. Right? When you ring this joint, we don't want a fucking robot number. We want to talk to a human being that can get somebody out there fucking now. Yeah. It's an inspector in the construction industry. That's their background. Yeah. That's got to be our fucking pick. Yeah. Right? Yeah. When workers put their lives in the hands of politicians, this is what we fucking end up with. Spineless, gutless, and deaths in the industry. Enough! Enough!
Hey everybody, my name is Sunshine. I'm from
the States, Los Angeles, I'm ILW Local 13, and I just want to say what's going on here is fucking wrong. This is wrong. And you guys are right. I can't believe in 2017 that this still exists. 90 deaths? There shouldn't be a next one at all. I can never imagine my children not having me, seeing a wedding, figuring out who they are when they grow up. How dare they take away that from us? Who the fuck do they think they are? This is wrong. And when I go home, you better damn be sure I'm gonna tell my membership that these relationships that we're creating right now are the only way that we are going to protect each other and survive through this. Fuck you!
But we deserve our jobs. We deserve to be able to provide for our families.
It was a good living. I thought I had, a whole career ahead of me. It's really disappointing.
We're gonna walk in there with our head high, with our eyes look straight to the people in there and tell them that we're gonna go back in there with decency pay, decency, fair work, and we're proud to be in the union.
We're law-abiding citizens. We all pay taxes, and we've got rights too. They want to call us criminals because there's some shit law designed to never let us win and fuck us over. Well, you know what? We ain't copping it, and we're going to fight it all the way through.
Spend a week in the construction industry. Spend a year on construction workers' wages. See how you like it. That challenge is out there today. Any of those politicians, spend a week in the construction industry. We'll line up the concrete pour. Stand up, fight back! How do you reckon they'll go? I reckon box of tissues, they'll be home by lunchtime the first day in tears. Well, look what a magnificent turnout. And we didn't get 1,500 here today. We've got closer to 15,000, and it's a hell of a turnout.
Stop the war of workers!
far as we're concerned, your family, our family.